Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to some more MX vs ATV All Out here on the channel. It is time for... oh my goodness, I flat landed that. It is time for what technically should be episode 2 of my 2020 AMA Pro Motocross Championship Series playthrough. I actually ended up doing the first 2 Hangtown motos in separate videos just because I wasn't sure how the series actually worked. But here today, guys, we are heading to Southwick. We are tied for the points. It is about to be a shred fest. 2 gnarly motos here at Southwick. And I'm actually using a new bike tuning here today from Pepperoni Con. So he hit me up in the comments. He had some decent setups. We started talking on Instagram, and this setup right here is the one I'm trying out in this video. It's actually pretty comparable to the setup I was running in last video, so I feel like it's gonna be an all-around perfect setup. It's gonna be good, and I think the only way to find out is to put it to the test. So without further ado, guys, let's go on into the series. Let's go down to the 2020 AMA Pro Motocross Championship, click on Southwick, get this bad boy loading up, and roll that intro. Take in those Southwick vibes, man. It is time for qualifying. This track, I feel like it is going to be rough, rutted, and gnarly by the end of the 5-lap races we're going to be doing here today. It is a 24 round series, a 24 race series. 2 of those races are in the bag already, Southwick being the 3rd race. So this is, of course, qualifying. Depending on where we finish in this race, that determines our gate pick for Moto number 1, and then I think I'm actually gonna forfeit and just skip qualifying for Moto number 2. We'll see what we get up to, guys. If you guys do enjoy this video at any point in time, make sure to go down there, smash that thumbs up button for me, and let's see, can we hit 211 likes? It is probably not gonna happen, but it is the first number that came to my mind. I saw it on the back of my jersey there. 211, baby. Let's make it happen. Everyone go down there, smash that thumbs up button for me. The support has been unreal on the channel recently, and it truly does. It means a ton, man. It really, really does. Like, slowly but surely closing in on 20k. Just hit 19k. The Goon Army, you guys are legends. If you guys do want to see some more Goonzig action, I don't know why I said Goonzig so weird there, man, but if you guys want some more Goonzig action, go check out the vlogs. The real life channel is always linked down below in the description if you guys do want to go check out the vlogs. I put a ton of work into them, like hours and hours and hours of editing for one vlog, so you definitely want to go check them out. They are bangers. Mini movies, man. Now let's focus on Southwick. This track is obviously a sand track. It is rough, it is rutted, and it is gnarly, man. Definitely one of the most insane tracks, I think, on the circuit, in my opinion. Like, when it comes down to the true grit and determination, like, you need it. You need some determination here at Southwick. A long moto in the sand, in the heat, it can definitely get the best of you. Like, the sand just makes you have to work that much harder. Obviously, here in the game, I'm just pulling that right trigger, baby. Lean back on that right stick, and we are flying. Oh. That was a gnarly kickoff of that bump. For a question of the video, guys, go down there in the comments and let me know. Do you guys like sand tracks? Are you a sand track fan? Do you guys like hard packed dirt? What is your favorite type of dirt if you guys ride in real life? Even if you play in video games, do you guys like the sand tracks? Do you like a track like this that is just rough and wild and not really your standard motocross track? Like, it is definitely another level of gnarliness out here at Southwick. Me personally, I really, really hate sand tracks in real life. Like, I obviously don't mind them in the game. Like, this track is actually really, really fun. But yeah, there's a track near me. It's all sand. And yeah, you will never catch your boy Goonzig out there shredding in real life. It is just, it's not fun, man. So 100%, I gotta say, I'm definitely doing better already than I was in the first episode of this series. Last episode, episode 2 there, Moto 2 at Hangtown, I checked out. I won by almost a minute. If I didn't start goofing around on the last lap, I think I probably would have won by a minute. So things are definitely looking up for the rest of the series here on Southwick, though. Lap number 2, obviously I still am trying to figure out some lines and learn the flow of the track, but like, I'm only 1 second up from P2. P2 is definitely keeping me honest, so Gonna have to try and find that flow and eliminate all of those mistakes, man. Like that right there, that can't be happening mid-moto. Mid-race, no, none of that. Alright, so if I actually just forfeit qualifying, it will end qualifying. I didn't want to do all 5 laps. I want to get into the moto. The way qualifying works, if you get first, you get the first gate. You don't actually get to go ahead and choose your gate, you just actually get the first gate. If you get second, you get the second gate, and so on and so forth. So I think gate 16, I am going to be all the way on the end. The inside in this case, man. Let's go. The right-hand corner to start things off at Southwick. Let's grab that whole shot and let's go, dude. I don't know, man. Setups are a huge part of this game, and ever since I completely revamped my setup there in the last video, I've just been a whole nother rider, man. Like whole shots, leading races start to finish, and just checking out. Like, I'm digging it. Definitely having a lot more fun with this game. Not that I wasn't having fun before, but when you can just fly and the bumps don't feel like they are sending you for a wild ride, when you can actually ride the bike rather than the bike riding you, this game changes completely, and it definitely turns into a really fun game. I think it is good that the setup can impact the bike, it can impact your riding, and at the end of the day, you have to find what works for you, what you can make work, and what works for each different track. Different players are obviously going to ride in different ways. If you like railing those outsides, you might want more of a faster setup. If you like those tight, technical inside lines, you might want one with kind of more acceleration. Setups are tricky, so I gotta give a huge shout out to you guys for hooking it up. Like, definitely improving the gameplay here. Now it's on me to keep it on 2 wheels. Keep it on 2 wheels, keep it on the track, and stop making the goon mistakes left, right, and center. And I think I'll be able to do pretty decent in this game and hold it together for the whole entire series. Lap number 2 going down here. Oh, I missed that inside. But it is going down here for Moto number 1. I have a 0.6 second lead right now. Not even a second ahead of P2. So the battles are definitely going to go down if I make one mistake. If I start missing some fast lines, these guys are going to be right there to capitalize on that. Definitely not checking out the way I did in Hangtown. Like, that was just unreal. Got off to that whole shot and yeah, did not look back after that. But here in Southwick, I think if I make one mistake, I'm going to have a battle on my hands. So lap 2 out of 5, let's try and hold it together and just ride a smooth race. Smooth, clean laps, man. That's all it takes. Southwick is just such a gnarly track, man. It did go, I believe it went MIA from the pro circuit for a few years, but now that it's back in action, I gotta say, it's super sick to see a gnarly sand track thrown into the mix. It definitely changes up the riding style of, I mean, the top guys a ton, and it's crazy to see them out there just raw power through the sand, man, wide open for those long motos. Lap 3, I'm starting to open up a little bit of a lead. 4 minutes, 40 seconds up over P2. I think I gotta slow things down in this section here. I lose a lot of time, a lot of momentum, jumping off of kind of like that roller wall style thing. I'm not even sure what you would call it. There's not even really any jumps here on Southwick. It's just roughness, man. Just rough on rough sections. And you can kind of find a way to jump your way through those sections. It's a gnarly track, and as you guys can see, as we are counting down, oh, that is a banner. That is definitely an FMF banner there, man. Keeping me on track, so I'll take it. Didn't send me to the ground. I got no complaints, just don't hit it next lap. I'm not guaranteed that outcome every time I hit that banner, but it's a gnarly track, as you guys can see, as we are counting down the laps. Like, it is getting rougher and rougher and rougher. The lines are starting to come out, and yeah, like through this section, look at that, man. It's insane. Insane how much the AI actually eats away at the track, even only across like 3 laps. This is only lap 3, man. The AI have only hit the track twice at this point, so I think you guys can imagine how it's going to look at the end of lap 5. It's probably going to be absolutely destroyed. This is lap 4 for me, man. It is just getting worse and worse and worse with that deformation. Gotta love it though. I love the fact that the track actually breaks down. Lines actually start to form. And the track changes throughout the moto. You're not riding the exact same track for all 5 laps. It's sweet to see. One more time across the finish line, getting that white flag, baby. Let's go. As of right now, 8.5, 8.5 seconds up on second place. So I'm starting to create a little bit of a gap, but I mean, the race is almost over. Here we are on the last lap. I think what I'll do for the remainder of the series is race number 1, Moto 1 for each track. I will go ahead, go off the start, try and check out, try and get that win. And whatever my lead is at the end of the race, I will give the AI that same gap as a head start in race number 2. So say I win this race by 10 seconds, oh man, off track, and it didn't even warn me or anything. The game had no idea through that section. That's interesting. I wonder if you could just go off track and not get back on without any penalties. That might be something worth testing. There we go, hitting that line right to this inside. Oh, I bounced out of the inside, but that's how I want to hit that section. If I can hold it together here for the remainder of this race, get that checkered flag, get this win under my belt, take that points lead, man. I got a lot of things going for me here at Southwick, especially in this first moto. If I can take that points lead right off the bat, I will be pumped. Get my hands on that red plate, and I will be styling. I'm actually not even sure if this game gives you a red plate or not. I guess I'm about to find out, man. One last time through this corner for this moto, across the finish line, and let's go, man. W season all day. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. 2-minute flat for a lap time. I'm sure that is not quick by any means, but improving, man, and doing better and better each race. So that's hype, man. The man Alex Nagy, who I was actually tied with coming into this round, got 6th. With that being said, 73 points to his 67. P1, baby, P1 for those standings. That's what I like to see. That's crazy. So judging off of this, a 2:36 is actually my fastest lap. I'm not sure if that's the fastest lap I've ever completed or what, but I think that lap time comes from when I actually showcased the 2020 Southwick DLC. That lap time is like 36, literally 36 seconds slower than the lap time I just hit in that moto. I don't know if I was actually that slow when I was starting to get back into this game, or if that's just some random lap time or what, but just take that into consideration, man. It's not like I've put in hours and hours and hours here on Southwick. I did qualifying as my warm-up. I think I hit like a 2:10, 2:08 or something like that for a lap time. And then Moto 1, 2-minute flat. That's insane. Now this here is actually the second round of qualifying. I think I might use it to go ahead and snag a thumbnail, and then I'm just gonna go ahead, forfeit it, and get into Moto 2. I totally forgot to keep track of how much I was actually ahead of second place by. 15 seconds? 10? 15 seconds? Let's wait 15 seconds. That timer in the top right hand corner. When it hits 15, that is my cue to go. Let's see if I can actually make the comeback happen, man. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tricky, but smooth, clean laps, and yeah, don't pause the game at the randomest times. Oh man, I'm totally all over the place now. The timer is past 15 seconds. I'm in the middle of the start straightaway, and you can't restart. I think we just go for it, man. Resume that ride. 17 seconds on that timer. It is comeback season, baby. Let's go. I looked over and saw the recording was at like 30 frames per second. I was like, oh baby, we can't be doing that. And yeah, next thing you know, I was on the gas, the game unpaused, and yeah, all over the place to start off Moto 2, but let's go. Focus in, find that flow, get into that groove right away here on the first lap, and let's just try and see what happens, I guess. Try and ride a clean race. I've actually never really done any comebacks in All Out, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna play out. I might get absolutely schmollywopped, or it might be the most entertaining moto yet, because I don't want to be out here just winning all of them, especially if I lead like whole shot start to finish, man. It is definitely not entertaining. It is a snooze fest. So yo, that line was unreal. That was actually one of the, oh my goodness. From hitting one of the most unreal lines I have found here on Southwick to going right over the bars. Talk about getting hyped up just to absolutely lose all of that hype and ruin your flow in a split second, man. I came into that corner, got up onto that front end. I was even leaning back and there was just nothing I could do to save it, but here we go. Lap 1 in the bag pretty much, coming up to the finish line. We are going on to lap 2, and actually going on to lap 2, not even in last place, man. Like a 15 second comeback, and I'm already into the mix here. See if I can hold it together. This is where things, I think, might go a little south. If I start banging bars with these guys, getting the short end of the stick, which is always what happens with the AI, especially in this game, that could end up costing me a ton of time. So I think when it comes down to it, I gotta be smart. I gotta try to avoid the AI, and I can't put myself in situations where they can come in and just T-bone me and send me flying into a banner to ruin my lap. Obviously, Moto won at Hangtown. That's exactly how it started. Tyler Engtignap caught my back end, and yeah, there was no going back after that, man. Got into that early lead, and yeah, lost it right in the first section. Came together with him, ended up going down. I'm still waiting for the day when we have adaptive AI, when we have smart AI, who knows what they'll call it. But I want the AI to adapt to what's actually happening in the race. Say I go to the outside line, make them go to the inside line to try and counter that, get the pass in the bag, you know. I want them to ride aggressive, not, I mean, no brains aggressive, because when they ride aggressive now, it's because they have no idea that you're there. Imagine like Eli Tomac in Supercross 3 coming into a corner and putting like a clean block pass in on you rather than just ramming into you and sending you flying. I think that will truly be, that was a send, by the way. Like, I was shook at how far I sent that jump and didn't go down. Engtignap here, the guy I'm battling with, he sent it about the same distance and ended up going down. So that suspension, baby, it's working wonders here on Southwick. I think this is definitely a good track to put the setup to the test on, am I right? But yeah, man, I'm just babbling at this point. Smart AI, it is definitely a thing of the future. I think one day we will be able to actually like battle with an AI rider who is a complete computer but has complete full awareness of the situation and knows exactly what's going on and knows how to put up a good battle rather than just doing what it's programmed to do. Am I right? But maybe I need to go off on some more rants like that in these videos, man. Start talking about some random topics and just going with the flow. Lap 3 and I am up to 3rd place, man. Flying out here. Minute 59.27 for that fast lap, so definitely better than Moto number 1. Not by much, by like half a second, but that is definitely a quicker lap. So I am lurking now into P2, and P1 is literally right there. I'm not even sure who is out front, but I'm coming, man. I am coming for that pass. It is the one and only. Okay, little setback, I'll take it. Your boy Goonzig got a little too excited coming across that finish line, carried a little bit too much speed into that corner, and yeah, I went flying off of that single right over the fence. But the 7 Deuce, man, out front. Let's go get him. He's got that target on his back. And the only thing that's on my agenda right now is passing him. How quick did I turn through that corner there at the bottom of that little hill? That was insane. Definitely on it right now. Minute 58.81 for my fastest lap. So I'm just improving on my lap times, lap after lap. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Engtignap did actually go down. Smooth laps, baby. That's all it takes to ride a decent race. Of course, just as I say that, that's what I do coming out of that corner, man. I can't believe that. Hug this inside. Let's go. I got about a lap and a half to try and just be smooth sailing to that finish line. Let's go, man. Obviously, this lap went down the drain as soon as I actually went off track. Last lap there, like, I flew off of that single over the fence. So yeah, leave that lap in the dust. It was actually not even that bad. It was right in around the 2-minute range, but not improving on that minute 58. Let's see if I can actually beat it, man. Lap number 5. I'm feeling the flow of Southwick. I feel like I'm definitely getting quicker and quicker with each lap. I mean, the lap times are proving that. So, one final chance to hit the fastest lap I can. Should I go to the outside through here? I feel like the outside, I don't know. Either way, you're slowing up a little bit through that corner. Kind of slow down through this section. Got a nice drive through that corner. See if I can hook this right-hander on the gas. Can I hook this here? Oh, I missed it. I missed that line. But I'm still flying, man. Kind of skipped my way through that corner. Hug this inside. Up and over. Oh, man. I don't know if that is going to help me hit a better lap or not, but I'm going to go to this outside here rather than going to the inside. See if I can carry a little more speed. Same with down through here. Oh, yeah, that line. Definitely not the line choice of preference through there, man. I am in the zone. The one thing about this game, man, is it is so fast-paced that I actually find it's a little more difficult to actually commentate when compared to, like, say, Supercross 3. I'm not even sure why. I think it's just because the gameplay, like, the action is coming at you way quicker. It feels like you are on rails, on a jet out here in this game. When you lock into those ruts and you are in the flow, it definitely takes a little bit of focus. So yeah, commentating and playing this game can be tricky. Another lap time right in there, right in around the 1:59 range. So I'm on it, man, taking the win with the 15-second comeback going down, man. Like, W season, baby. W season all day. Minute 58.81 was my quickest lap. And man, we only get like 2K, 3K for doing that. That's insane. I just went out there and won a moto and I got $3,000, man. I don't even know if that paid my travel expenses to get to the track, but I might have to check out my recording settings. It looks like right now, like, the recording dropped down to 40 frames per second. During the race there, it seemed to get locked in good at 60 FPS, but it seems like during the menus and when it has to actually load things and stuff like that, FPS just drops. 98 points to my name. Alex Nagy in P2 with 81 and Brett Q in P3 with 77 points. High Point is the next round, guys. It will come at you guys hot next week. That's it. That's all. I will catch you guys all then. Peace out.